So Raider Nation, this is a video that I'm really excited to bring you, and it's not only just one video, this is going to be a multi-part series where I really break down the 2021 draft class who I think are year 2 breakout candidates. Now in the 2021 draft class, the Raiders were able to really find core foundational pieces moving forward. Foundational pieces that I think Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler can really use moving forward and really build around. So today we're going to look none other than the defensive end / outside linebacker position with Malcolm Koonce. Now Malcolm Koonce is a player drafted out of the University of Buffalo, and this isn't the first familiar player that we've taken out of Buffalo. Matter of fact, we took Khalil Mack, defensive end, in the first round. And while these players are a little bit different, they have a lot of similar traits that we're going to break down on film today. So Malcolm Koonce is a 6'2", 250-pound defensive end / outside linebacker in this new Patrick Graham scheme where I think that he can really not only find situational plays. Last year he was a really situational pass rusher. He only played in 5 games. He actually played in 14% of those, which accumulated to 48 plays total. And in those 48 plays, he was able to come away with 2 sacks, which by the ratio is actually quite impressive. So this is a player that I expect to get a lot more playing time in his second year, and a guy who I could see really exploding onto the scene. He has all the measurables, he has all the length, and he has all the talent it takes to be a really good pass rusher at the next level. So without further ado, you guys, we're going to jump straight over into the film room and see some similarities in Khalil Mack's game that I see in Malcolm Koonce's game, and what the University of Buffalo really did to develop these pass rushers and get them prepared for the next level. So right off the bat here, we can see he has pretty good explosion. I want you guys to notice his hand placement here. Boom, right on the right collar of the tackle. And what he's going to do, he's going to overextend, bull rush into the quarterback, and get off of him and get a sack on Patrick Mahomes. This is a phenomenal pass rush move that we actually have seen Khalil Mack use in times past. So we're going to kind of break this down again. And I want you guys to notice his hand placement and the amount of power and leverage he gets on the tackle here. I mean, look at this. Boom. Look at how much power he has pressed in the chest of this tackle. And he just pushes him back into Patrick Mahomes to get the sack. Shucks him out of the way and gets after Patrick. I absolutely love it. This is something that Malcolm Koonce and the University of Buffalo has done a phenomenal job of developing. So here I want to show you how similar the pass rush technique is coming out of the same college. I mean, look at that one arm extension. It is almost picture perfect. The only thing different about this is the number, really, you guys. I mean, look at this leverage. Look at the form and power. I mean, look at Khalil Mack's pelvis right here. Into the abs, into the shoulder, getting full extension, complete power into this move, into the tackle, pushing him back. I mean, look at this extension. This is beautiful. Kudos to the University of Buffalo for developing these pass rushers and just bullies the tackle into the ground. So here's a bull rush move that also looks similar to Khalil Mack. And coming off the line of scrimmage immediately, boom, gets his hands in the chest of the tackle, drives back, and pushes the pile back into the quarterback. Now I want you guys to take a look at this angle. Boom! Look at that initial punch. Pushes him back into the quarterback for a beautiful bull rush move, something Malcolm Koonce is really good at. So I wanted an example of Malcolm Koonce using this at the University of Buffalo because this is really an elite trait. This is an elite pass rush. He gets a good distance gauge right here on this tackle, then starts to extend immediately. Starts driving into the tackle, and just look at that power. Look at that. Look at that extension. He gets past the tackle and applies a QB pressure. Now, I know this wasn't a sack, but I want you guys to see this technique that he uses. Let's rewind this back a little bit, and I want to show you guys this. I mean, look at the extension. Look at the hand in the chest, the hips, the chest, the shoulders, all lined up perfectly to drive this tackle back into the quarterback's lap. So on tape, you guys can see that these players are a lot more similar than they are different. And is that to say that Malcolm Koonce is a perfect player? No, not by any stretch of the matter. Actually, he has quite a bit of things to work on. But the things that he has to work on are actually extremely coachable and extremely teachable. And I think with more experience and more playing time and better coaching, I think the sky is the limits for Malcolm Koonce. And one thing that I'd like to really see him address is that second pass rush move. See, when I was watching his film, there's a lot of times where when his initial bull rush doesn't work, he kind of gets stifled up and the play kind of dies for him. And I'd really like to see him get into his tool bag and get to that second pass rush and really see if he can get after the quarterback that way. So if he starts with a power rush move, I'd like to see him, if he gets stopped, transition into a finesse move and really finish plays better. But other than that, I really think that this is a year where Malcolm Koonce can burst onto the scene. And in a Patrick Graham defense, I really could see him getting 6 to 8 sacks, depending on his health and depending on the amount of playing time that he gets. There's going to be a lot of rotational pieces, so it might hinder into the stat line, and it might hinder into the playing time that Malcolm Koonce sees on the field in 2022. But I really think that this is a player that Raider Nation should keep their eyes on, and a guy who I think is really going to take a few steps forward in his progression. So Raider Nation, let me know down in the comment section below, what do you guys think about Malcolm Koonce? Did you guys like this video? If you guys did, let me know down in the comment section. The support is huge, and this channel is growing very quickly, and it couldn't be without the Raider Nation. We have the most loyal fan base in the world. So if you're a Raider fan and you guys haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification icon, because we are going to go in-depth study on the entire 2021 draft class that I think are potential year 2 breakout candidates. So Raider Nation, as always, thank you guys for the support, and much love to you guys, and as always, just win, baby.